we're going to take you away. I said, what do you mean you're taking me away? And, well, you need to come away with us for a few weeks. The advice I can give to younger kids is, hang around with the right people. Pick your friends wisely. That's very important. He previously died not long ago. That was a sad time in my life. But I'm pretty sure he would be very proud of who I am today. I love seeing that smile on people's faces, and that smile I didn't have when I was a kid. It was very sad. Well, I was born in Thomastown, Victoria. My parents were married. Shortly after, I think I was around about 3, they got a divorce. My mum stayed in Victoria and my dad moved to New South Wales. I went with my dad at 3, and then I basically grew up in the younger stages of my life with my dad. And we had it hard. Like my actual dad, he has one arm. It was hard for him to look after me as well, and I wasn't the best of angels of a kid. I wasn't an angel. I was a bit of a terror of a kid. At a young age, I used to get up to a bit of mischief. Then getting older, I sort of moved to different schools for different towns, and then I started going with grandparents and aunties and uncles and staying at friends' houses. I wanted to move in with my mum at I can't even remember how old I was. I think it would have been about 8 or 9, maybe 10-ish. Things didn't go the best there. It was a hard life. My mum remarried and had 2 other kids, my brother and sister, which I get along with really well. And then I sort of had a falling out with my family at that stage, and I was a hard kid to deal with. I was going through a lot of mental issues back then myself.
How old were you?
It's around between 8 and 10, somewhere like that. And then my mum put me into like a hostel, where it gave me to Department of Human Services, which is in Footscray in Victoria. And I still remember the day really clearly. It was really hard that day because I wasn't sure why we were going to this place. And when we went there, my mum went in. I was waiting outside in the waiting room, and my mum went in for a good hour. I was like, what's going on? And then my mum came out crying, and I was like, what's going on here? And then I went in with into this meeting, and then this lady sat across from me, and I'm like this, the lady said, we're going to take you away. I said, what do you mean you're taking me away? And, well, you need to come away with us for a few weeks. I said, okay, so it's about 3 weeks or something. And I looked at my mum, I said, what's going on here? And then obviously I started crying, my mum's crying, and it was an emotional day. Anyway, my mum left. I jumped in the car with these people who are called youth workers. I jumped in the car with these youth workers, and I went to the place in Footscray, which is called Droop Street, and it's on a corner, and it's just a run-down 2-story building, but like it had bars on the windows. It was a scary looking place. I felt like I was going into a jail. I opened the door, and it was like even the big front door, steel front door. Just like I remember the squeak it had, like. And it was heart-wrenching. I remember the first night, like the workers would say, this is your room. I had to sleep with the light on. It was just too scary for me, and I'm just sitting there in bed like that, crying, upset, saying, what did I do to deserve this sort of thing? It was memories I will never forget, to be honest. That was hard. It was very hard to go, and that happened for weeks. And I remember I tried to call my mum every single day, and I tried to call her at work, and I tried to call her at home, just never answered the phone. And that was heartbreaking as well. For my mum not to answer the phone, and just to hear my mum's voice, to feel somewhat comfort, was hard, very hard for me. And I'm sure she probably is aware of that as well now.
Are you in touch with her now?
Yeah, I am in touch with her now. Then, I sort of mingled a little bit with the people, the other kids that were in there, and it was very unique type of kids. These kids, drugs, they were older than me. Back then, they used to call it like rolling people, where they used to go into town and just start, stealing stuff from people and stealing stuff from shops. So I was hanging around those types of people, and I found myself starting to do that type of stuff, and I'm a firm believer now, being an older person, that you are who you hang around. So if you hang around those types of people, you will go down that track. You will end up doing those things that they do because you're just following, especially at a younger age, and you see older kids do this type of stuff. You're going to get into that. So it's all about if you're young, the advice I can give to younger kids is, hang around with the right people. Pick your friends wisely. That's very important. And I always try to teach my kids that today. Anyway, I was lucky enough to sort of get out of that era of my life. I really feel like it was the worst time of my life, but now I look back and I think now it was probably the best time of my life because it put me into the position I am today, made me who I am today. And if I didn't go through any of that, I wouldn't be the person I am today. I probably wouldn't be as giving as I am because I had nothing and I felt like everyone just trampled on me. I didn't want to see that for anyone, and that's why my nature is to be able to give back to people as well, and I actually feel really good about it. I love seeing that smile on people's faces, and that smile I didn't have when I was a kid. It was very sad and it was traumatizing, but I was very lucky that this one person, his name was Morris, and he adopted me, and he lived on a farm in Kyneton, like a nice country farm. It was 650 acres. It was beautiful. He took me under his wing, and he became like a father figure to me. And he really taught me. He taught me a lot, actually. He taught me how to become a man. How to work hard, how to put my finances into position, because like farming is business in itself. So there was a lot of business aspects that I learned from that as well. He really put me online, and like I did stuff up from time to time, but he was still there teaching me of what I needed to do to move forward to become a better person, a better human being, a better man. He previously died not long ago. That was a sad time in my life. But one thing I was grateful for. It's even hard for me to talk about that actually because he was a big part of my life, and I still wish that he was here now. But time when I first bought my property, I got him to come to my place, and I said to him, "This is all my plans," and it was just so exciting. He was excited to see that I've succeeded. I've got my own property, I'm building my own house, and to know that he was there, seeing that was just amazing, and I look back and I built a tree house where we stood and talked about our future, my future. Only a few months after that, he had a heart attack, shearing sheep. He was in the shearing shed and he had a heart attack. And unfortunately, I wasn't around at the time. I was in a different state, and that was even hard for me to comprehend as well because that's something that I wanted to be there. But I was there on his actual, they put him on life support, and that was hard to watch that. That's some hard things have happened in my life, but that was one hard time of going in and just watching him in just on life support, knowing that he's not going to wake up. But I'm pretty sure he would be very proud of who I am today, and I'm glad that I had those conversations with him on my own property. And that tree house, I sit at that tree house and I just think about memories and times that I had together with him. I'm very fortunate that he took me in because he gave me a lot, and that's another big reason why I like to give back to other people as well, because he gave me what a lot of other people can't give. So I'm very thankful for him. I suppose getting in trouble made me learn. It taught me that, okay, well, obviously I got in trouble and that's not the right thing to do. Well, because I was, helped from a lot of people, and in particular one person, I want to be able to give back to other people, and by giving back to other people, they will be able to also extend that and give back to other people. So for instance, Wayne and Luca, we did a job for them in Sunbury. They paid it forward when we went to go to do Andrew's job. So it's about building the community out and the community helping each other as well. So I'm just providing those first small steps to create the tools that are going to provide the whole community with this knowledge to be able to keep paying it forward. I think that's I don't know, but it's something.
Yeah.